Hi, welcome to a roadmap to become a data engineer in 2025. Now, when I thought of creating this video, I initially thought like, okay, I'll do one video talking about, what are the essential skills and some of the advanced skills that takes to become a data engineer in 2025. And then I realized that there are platform specific skills, maybe entry level skills, advanced level skills. So what I thought is like, let's first do a video where, we'll talk in general about the skills required to become data engineer or sort of like a career path to become a data engineer in 2025. And then let's dive in specific to platform specific skills. For example, what are the skills required to become an AWS data engineer, Azure data engineer, so on and so forth, right? So let's dive in. So now when you look at the broad landscape of data engineering, the essential skills that I feel are nothing but Python and SQL. Now why Python? Python is probably one of the most used programming languages right now, and not only in data engineering, in other areas as well. And there are so many areas specific to data engineering where Python can be useful, starting with exploring your data and then scripting using Python. And even if you talk about platforms like big data processing platforms, for example, Spark, primarily people use Python, that is PySpark, to work with it. So Python is one of the essential programming language skill that you should have. And then SQL. Now, when I talk about SQL, this can be divided into two categories. One is SQL from an RDBMS point of view. So you might have to work with databases, transaction systems, and there obviously SQL is very important. You need to write queries. And then when you talk about the other area, that is the typical OLAP or analytical workspace where you have data warehousing, right? So SQL is also a very powerful language to run queries on historical data, run aggregations, etc., etc. So SQL plays a very important role. So for the essential category, I will mark it as probably Python and SQL. Now, when you specifically talk about job-oriented skills, it starts with a cloud computing platform. So you should be familiar with one of the cloud computing platform, and that is nothing but the backbone of any data engineering project. Now, this can be AWS or GCP or Azure or OCI, and there are platform-specific tools that you might have to master. We will dive deeper into platform-specific skills in one of the upcoming videos. And apart from the cloud platform, the second thing is to have skills around data warehousing and data lakes. So data warehousing is something, an area that is already there for probably more than 30 years in the industry, and it is still relevant. But now is the era of data lakes, right? So you should have some idea about data lakes also. So there is data warehousing, there is data lake. And then the third one will be ETL tools, extract, transform, and load, right? So ETL tools are very important for building pipelines and bringing data from different sources to your central repository and executing these pipelines on a regular basis. All these are important. So it can be open source ETL tools or it can be platform specific ETL tools. But yes, ETL is the other job-oriented skill that I will talk about. And probably last but not least, we have these orchestration tools. So how do you do job orchestration, right? So orchestration tools, again, you have open source and platform specific, and they are really something that people look for if you're applying for a job or if you explain your skills. So when you specifically talk about job-oriented skills, orchestration tools are also very important. And when you think about some of the advanced, requirements or advanced skills, if you will, then starting with something like system design and then performance tuning specific to areas. So this might be performance tuning related to a particular platform or probably related to a particular pipeline. So these are generally what people expect to be an advanced skill for a data engineer, right? But some of the skills which people do not mention in this area is effective communication and becoming a team player. See, having these skills and having the expertise is one thing, but having the right attitude and having a win-win mind and being a team player is totally a different thing, right? So along with these technical skills, company specifically looks for people who are team players, who can motivate probably the entire team. You are a go-getter and you can communicate effectively what you want. So communication skills and being a team player is also something really important when you look at these advanced skills. Now, when you deep dive into a specific cloud computing platform, generally speaking or broadly speaking, you should have an idea about one of the storage service. For example, this can be data lake, something like Azure data lake if you're talking about Azure, or it can be a data warehouse, something like Synapse, for example. And then on top of that, you should be aware of big data processing technologies, streaming data processing technologies, a bit of machine learning. So in the upcoming videos, we will dive specific to a platform, and I'm going to talk about, say, what it takes to become an Azure data engineer and what specific storage services you should concentrate if you want to concentrate on Azure. But broadly, it will be like you need to have an idea about a storage platform and a big data processing tool and a real-time streaming data processing tool and machine learning. So these are the broader topics that will come into. So how does the career path looks like? So if you are an entry-level engineer, let's say a data engineer, then mostly what you will be doing is you will be fixing bugs in the existing pipelines, you will be monitoring the batch and streaming pipelines, and you will be leveraging your SQL and Python skills. And as you progress towards your career, you become a senior data engineer or a solution architect, then you will start getting more and more responsibilities, and you will be designing batch and streaming pipelines. You will be building them, troubleshooting them, monitoring them. And these batch or streaming pipelines can be for customer analytics, this can be for machine learning, this can be even for LLM kind of like pipelines. So you will have more responsibility towards the end-to-end workflow, and you will be responsible for the design and development of these real-time and batch pipelines from scratch. As technology evolves, organization will become more flat and there will be a lot of cross-skilling and upskilling, so to speak. And eventually there will be a lot of work-life balance that is going to happen, and there will be minimal movement of resources between the organizations as well. Are you someone who is trying to level up your skills to become a data engineer in 2025? Or are you somebody who's already working in this space? Then please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever we come up with tech content like this. And please consider liking this video, sharing with your friends, and give your valuable feedbacks in the form of comments. Thank you.